Hey everybody, this is Jessica Lynn of Jessica Lynn Original Studios, and today I'm going to go ahead and answer a question or two that I get all the time. Now, I shoot a lot of videos in the Wisconsin Dells, and people ask me, Jess, it's beautiful, but where is it? Now, it is in the state of Wisconsin. I'm going to go ahead and you can see I brought up the Google Maps, and in here you can see, I'm just going to close that little header. Now, the location itself is this area that I have up on the screen right now, but let's go ahead and back up a little bit. The Wisconsin Dells is located in Wisconsin, obviously. What you can see is just south of that, we are going to have like Janesville and Madison. I get a lot of questions, are the Wisconsin Dells inside of Madison? They are not. They're two separate cities. It's probably about a half an hour, 45-minute drive. But if I back up a little bit more, you can go ahead and see there's the Wisconsin Dells. Okay, so I'm going to hover over. There's Minneapolis. You can see there's Milwaukee. Again, Chicago, and then Des Moines. And you can see all of this is sort of central to the Wisconsin Dells. So, oh, and Green Bay. Always got to throw on my Packers, right? So the Wisconsin Dells, you can see they are kind of almost in the center of the state. And there are multiple ways to get to it, and I have a lot of Wisconsin Dells videos. So what I'll do is down below, I'll actually put a link to all my different videos. So for example, I've got where we drive through town. I don't have a video yet on the Kalahari, that's coming. My Knuckleheads video, I do have that. That's a really fun trampoline park. They have rides, bowling, really good food. It's a really fun place to spend time with the kids. So I'll put all these links down below. The Wilderness, that is our favorite resort. What I like about it is that no other outside guests can go to their water parks. And we will be having some new videos very soon. You can see everything is based off of Lake Delton and the Wisconsin River, and everything was kind of built around it. And what I'll do is I'll actually give you a Google Maps location, and it'll be a hyperlink that you can click on, and it'll actually take you to right here, which is kind of where the Wilderness and all of the actual dells start. Now, there is a lot, so I'm not going to take you through all of the maps, but again, a lot of people do ask me, is it a city? It is a city. It's a whole city. There's a lot of the people that live there. Now, when I was a kid, the Wisconsin Dells really was more of just a summer kind of location, but a lot of people are now moving there. They're living there and working there full time. So the water parks themselves are open all year round. So let me just show you really quick. And again, I've got some more videos that are coming. We are going to be heading there very soon, and I can't wait to share some more of that with you. But depending on where you come from, typically if you have watched our Let's Drive Through the City videos, we'll come in right here by Kalahari. And then what we'll do is we'll typically drive up past here. We'll just zoom in so you can see some more of these details. So hopefully this looks more familiar to you. So the Holiday Inn, this is where we stayed, where we ended up getting access to the, where'd it go here? There it is. So like Buffalo Phil's and Knuckleheads Park. Ooh, it even was down to another further version. So the Wisconsin Dells were a Holiday Inn. We have stayed there before. It is really very decent. We've been very happy with it there. As we follow this curve around, you can see there are tons of different restaurants. You can see there is the Glacier Canyon Lodge, which we've stayed there again, and this is all part of the Wilderness. So that drive that we do is typically right up this way. We follow this up and over the river. And you have seen this, they just rebuilt a new building in here, all the way up and around. We'll turn to the right. Now, when you're in the Wisconsin Dells, one thing I do want to share with you that we found that we absolutely love is that if you don't turn here, let me show you. Just got to back up a little bit. There's a Walmart. So when we used to go, we were always like, oh, we have to pack food and we have to try and do all of that. You don't. If you actually follow this, what is this, 23, I believe. Yeah, or 12, I'm sorry. 23, it turns in 23. You can actually go right down 23 underneath the expressway, and you're going to find a Walmart. There's a Kohl's, there's a Home Depot. So you might say, well, Jess, what's the importance of that? Why do you share it? Well, number one, we didn't know about it for quite a long time. And so whenever we used to go to the Dells, we would always order groceries the night before, and then we would end up taking this huge collection of things in the car, in coolers, on ice, whatever. You don't have to do that. You know, think about now you could actually order your groceries at Walmart, have them where you drive up and you pick up your groceries, take them, and boom, right back to your room. And a lot of the rooms now, depending on where you book, a lot of the rooms do offer full kitchens. So just an idea, kind of a thing to think about. If you do go into the Walmart, just so you know, the pickup is way back here. So if you can see where I'm pointing, go down Commerce, right in front of Walmart, and it's way hidden back here. It's really nice and easy for the people that work there because they don't have to worry about trying to get around cars. But it's crazy when you're trying to find it for the first time. So please know it's just right behind there. And we've done that quite a bit. There was one time we had unseasonably cold weather, and we actually went to Kohl's and ended up getting a bunch of hats and winter gloves and stuff. I mean, we could have gone to Walmart too, but again, just some things to know that even though it seems so different when you're inside the Wisconsin Dells, there is a way for you to be able to come back and get some of those things, those comforts from home, like Walmart, Kohl's, etc. Okay, so we're going to head back down this road. Okay, again, right here, we always the kids know when you see KFC, it's time to turn to the right if we're going to take the drive. Now there is some really interesting fun things. There are a lot of apartments and housing in here. So you're going to see a lot of people that live here, right? People that live here year round. As you go down this street, so again, we were just over this way, we turned to the right, came down. You can see some beautiful, beautiful views of Lake Delton from right over here. There's a lot of beautiful rocks as well. When you go this way, one of the cool things you can go check out is Tommy Bartlett. That's a really fun thing. It's been there since I was a kid. Really beautiful. If you stay at the Wilderness and you find out that you book something called Wilderness on the Lake, it's actually across the street from, or actually across the lake from the actual Wilderness. So let me just back up so you can see it, right? So here's the Wilderness Resort. So they have kind of all of this in here-ish. And it's right across the way. But to get there, you have to drive all the way up and around. Now, they do offer shuttles at the Wilderness, which will take you between them. Or during the summer, you can actually take a water taxi, which is kind of cool, a little boat that goes across. One of the things we like about this one is that everything is these amazing suites. The last time we stayed there, it was unbelievable. It had a hot tub and a sunroom, and it was during the school years, so we brought the kids. It was when they were still doing all the online learning, so it was so awesome because we went and did online learning from this amazing sunroom, and it was really fun. So as we kind of go up this way, you can see there's tons of restaurants along the way. The one thing I would highly suggest is if you're going during off season, which is basically September through spring break, so March-ish, probably even more like May, not all of this is open. So if you were planning on going in the fall, yes, the water parks indoors are open, but some of these restaurants and pieces may not be open. So it's something really big to consider. So for example, like Noah's Ark, it's a big outdoor water park, not going to be open. But if you go to Google Maps like I did here, you can actually click on all of these and they'll tell you when they're open or if they're closed for the season. Okay. So we're going to just keep driving up. And again, you can see there's tons of Mount Olympus. You can see as we drive, there is camping. You can see there's rides and roller coasters. There's the ducks. And again, we're just sort of following this whole path. It becomes a divided highway. Again, we can just keep following this up and around. And again, there we are. You can see following the river now. When we get up here, typically on our drive, we will turn to the right and just kind of show you what's up this way. Downtown Dells is right up here. So to give you some perspective of the distance. Okay, so when we first came in, we were way down here. We drove all the way up here. Oh, there's that Walmart. But if we turned right here, we can go past the main strip, or the main area, if you will. There's the Wisconsin Dells downtown, and then it kind of continues. So let me just show you really quick. Okay. So this is downtown. Now downtown, very, very old area. I mean, it was old when I was a kid, but it's so cool to see that kind of going through a revitalization. You can see there are ghost boat tours you can take. There's restaurants. This Showboat Saloon has really become, it's starting to, you know, revamp itself into a really fun place to go. You can see there's tons of different escape rooms. There is a really fun, where is it? It's down here somewhere. There it is. Paint It Pottery. Can't suggest them enough. They are amazing. And the coolest part about them is they actually ship your stuff home, so you don't have to worry about coming back to pick it up, especially if you're limited on time. Wizard Quest, that's something we have on our list to do. It used to be in a much smaller location. It's now huge. They bought out a huge building. And over here, right in this area, you can't really see it very well, they have just built a huge auditorium stage kind of area where it's outdoors so people can kind of hang out. So they're really trying to revitalize what this downtown area is. So I can feel like there's a lot of things that are really coming. Now, my suggestion to you is, depending on, and I've got more videos coming on this, where I'm going to talk about, you know, what are good places to stay with kids, what's a good place to stay, you know, just as a couple. So please know a lot of that is coming. I'm just going to scroll a little bit farther. Many times when we do our video, we'll turn around here kind of where this car wash is and head back. But if you do head forward and down this 13, you are going to find a couple of other things. You might be looking for the Easter Seals Camp. They're down this way. You can also see, let me just scroll down a little bit more, Chula Vista. So a lot of people say, well, Jessica, I've been thinking about staying at Chula Vista. It's a really good deal. We have stayed at Chula Vista. It was prior to the most current reservation. Really nice place. We enjoyed it. The water park, to get to it, it's funny because obviously there's winter here in Wisconsin. So to get to that water park, you actually have to go underneath this tunnel system. If you're a Disney person, it probably reminds you of the Utilidors. And it's a pretty long walk, but once you're there, the water park is all centrally located, but they only have one big water park that kind of has everything in it. But again, if you're staying at Chula Vista, it's way up here. So again, just trying to get a sense of how far. Now, it's not really that far. It does feel like you're way kind of out in, you know, no man's land, but it's not that bad. There's some also really cool areas that if you get a chance to go and visit, Witch's Gulch is just amazing. Here, let me just show you this. You have to see this. Now, this is just me clicking on it. This is not a place you want to go in the winter. This is a place you want to go in the summer, because obviously it's all bridges and it's very slippery, but it really is this beautiful. And you can get down in this area, and you can take a look at it. Now, there is a boat company now that gives tours down there, so definitely, you know, just respect what, you know, they have. But again, these are just some pictures people took in the last couple of weeks, and it's gorgeous down there. So you can see there's like a boat adventure that goes down there too. But again, I mean, how beautiful is that? And in person, you see it in the picture and then it's pretty, but in person, it's just gorgeous. It's really beautiful. So definitely, you know, if you're thinking about taking a trip to the Dells, you know, number one, take a look at the map. Like I said, I'll put in the location so that you can match it up to where you live, because a lot of people say, well, how far is it from where I live? Well, I mean, I could do a video on every single location, but that, you know, I think it's better just to put that link down below, and then you can take a look and see how far it is for you. I think that, you know, it definitely is a fun place to go. I will tell you, we kind of like going in the winter better than the summer because it's a little less crazy. There's not as many people. It's a little quieter. But, it really depends. In the summer now everything is open. So, it's kind of like any other place you go. If you go in the summer, there's a lot more to do. So it really just depends on what the goal of your trip is. The other thing too is if you're really thinking about just a fun adventure with your family, coming into the Wisconsin Dells in the fall is amazing because the leaves are gorgeous. The rock formations are just gorgeous. So think about what your plan is going to be. Like if you're like, all we want to do is water parks the whole time because that's all our kids want to do, then I would say come in, winter or January, February, March, because it's quiet and the water parks are going to be open, and typically they're open all day. So, you're thinking about that. But if you have a question, please put it down below. I absolutely love going to the Dells. It is one of my favorite quick getaways that I love to be able to do. I mean, obviously we've got a bit of a drive as well, but it's still one of our places that we love to just go to. So, well, I hope this helped. I know that this has been a question that I have gotten quite a bit, is how do I get to the Dells? How do I find the Dells? What is the Dells, right? So hopefully this helped you a little bit. Again, if you have any questions or anything, please go ahead and put that down in the comments below. I will do my best to answer what I can and give you direction. But again, my name is Jessica Lynn. I am the owner of JessicaLynnOriginal.com. I, here on YouTube, absolutely love to share my adventures, my creative side, my artistic side. So my channel is about adventures, DIY, art, crafts, my rubber stamp company, and then so much more. I hope that you want to subscribe. I would love to have you back again. I do have a lot more videos on the Wisconsin Dells coming. If you are interested in that, I will be dividing out my channel so that it's easy for that, for you to find that. So again, I will put up 2 more videos for you to watch, and I thank you, and I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful day. Take care.